Yeah,
How
it's really
long?
cool.
How long are you in Germany for? You've got 2 or 3 nights there.
I think so. I've got a few left, and then we're going off. We're going to Switzerland, I think, and Austria, and then over to the UK.
Fantastic. You sound like I presume, John, that you'd be from Sweden. I hadn't realised that you were English.
I'm half English, half Swedish,
Oh, good, good work.
but yeah, but I've lived in Sweden for about 20 years now, I think.
Ah, okay,
So, yeah,
okay, good work.
yeah,
How have the
yeah.
crowds been going so far?
Sorry.
How have the crowds been going so far on the tour?
Yeah, they've been good. Yeah, we've yeah, it's a good lineup. So it's a lot of different. It's like the band Horizont and Vidunder.
Yes,
So I think we all draw our own audience. So it's a good mix.
good work. That's right, and it's a good way to expose the different bands to the different audiences.
Yeah, yeah, it's great. Yeah,
Good
so
work.
we're in a nightliner together, and it's been really good so far.
Fantastic,
Yeah,
fantastic. Um, Hey John, I just wondered if I've got a few excuse me, I've got a few questions to run through if that works for you.
absolutely. Yeah,
Good work. Hey, I suppose the first one, just to lighten the mood, is what did you have for your breakfast?
that was my breakfast. I had sandwiches for breakfast,
Good work. That's
but
breakfast for champions.
yeah, I saved them from yesterday from the food we got at the last venue.
Good.
So I can't afford to buy breakfast every day, so I have to when I
No,
take that look.
hey, it's all about being smart, isn't it, my friend?
It
Um,
is, yeah.
hey, getting into the serious stuff, I'd really like to know what, as a group, inspired us to keep moving forward. You've got a really polished sound, and what keeps pushing that momentum.
Uh, I think it's just sort of the music that we sort of listen to and pick up, sort of the records we buy, and we just sort of to know one's music taste changes over the years. And before it's been a very lot of sort of Black Sabbath and Pentagram
Definitely.
and stuff, and then we started listening to a lot of to Heart and T Rex
Yeah,
and David Bowie. So I think it just comes sort of naturally the change in our music, the way we sound is because of the sort of music we listen to, I think,
good stuff.
and get inspired by.
Well, that was my next question. Are they the main inspirations for the band, or do you have a wide sort of demographic that you draw from?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I suppose we listen to like, a lot of different. We listen to all from sort of 50s rock and roll to sort of 60s soul and sort of 70s hard rock.
Good
And I think
stuff.
we just get inspired by all sorts of those sort of that sort of music.
Perfect, perfect. Excuse me. I've been listening to Shake Electric a lot over the last couple of days, and what a corking album it is. Um,
Oh, thanks.
how do you approach the writing process for it? Was it different to your last album? Did you take a different approach on this one?
Uh, yeah, the last album I wrote most of the sort of riffs and was a bit of more of yeah, we all helped out in the rehearsal studio and stuff. But I think I wrote most of it then. But then on Shake Electric, we've all sort of helped together, like writing the lyrics, and Anne-Sophie's been playing guitar and sort of writing music as well.
Fantastic.
So yeah, the difference with this album is that we've all contributed a lot more together,
Good stuff. And
I think.
do you think that's changed the sound a little bit, or how's that dynamic worked with everyone jumping into the writing process?
Yeah, it's changed the sound and in a very positive way, I think, and it sort of makes the songs more varied and a lot more interesting to listen to, I think.
Good work. Good work. There's a couple of I think all the tracks are fantastic, but there's a couple of really cool standout songs on there. And one of my favourites, and you've probably heard this a couple of times, is Hard Times. Um,
Oh yeah,
because it's
yeah.
got this real groove about it, and it's got like, almost like this soundtrack to life with it. How did that come about? Was it just a natural progression, or was it a riff that someone came up with that you all just built on? Or
Uh, yeah, well, both really, because we really wanted. We've been listening to lots of soul music, and Anne-Sophie's really into soul, and like sort of Etta James and stuff like that. So we wanted to do one of those sort of songs. And when we wrote it, we didn't really think it would fit the album.
okay,
But then, we sort of eventually sort of figured out that it would be good actually to have sort of a ballad or slow song like that in the album to make it made it better, I think.
Yeah, no, it certainly does. It complements a lot of the other songs on there. It kind of just evens that flow really nicely. Um,
Oh, cool. Yeah.
I was reading that you guys recorded the drums, bass, and guitars live in the studio. How did that go? Is that something new for you?
No, that's what we usually do. Well,
Ah,
but we recorded most of the vocals live as well. So
good
Anthony
stuff.
V was in our own room, and that saved really a lot of time, and it also gave it more of a live feeling on the old one, I think.
Good work. And did it
And
come off okay, sort of in the minimal takes?
yeah, it did. Yeah, yeah, it sort of yeah, it went a lot quicker to record, and yeah, I think it gives it a sort of a live sort of feeling and a good sort of atmosphere.
No, it certainly
Yeah.
adds to it. No, it's a great way of doing it. Um, there's certainly not enough harmonicas in rock and roll these days. So firstly,
No.
well done with the harmonica on Shake Electric. How did you guys think that the harmonica was the way to go? Because obviously you've got the solo underneath with the harmonica over the top, and it really complements it. But what was the thought process with putting that harmonica on?
Yeah, I think it's just do something different. And Anthony's really a competent harmonica player,
Yeah,
so
definitely.
yeah, she came up with the idea that we should do that, and I think it worked out really well. Yeah, it sort of gives it an extra lift to the whole song, I think.
It certainly does. It's certainly a good way to go about it. So
Yeah, cool.
you're just starting your 40 odd date tour of Europe. How's that panning out so far? You guys are coming off well.
Yeah, it's going very well. Yeah, we've only I think this is our fifth show or something.
Great.
It feels like we've been out for like 2 weeks already, but but yeah, it's really great fun, and this is what we want to do. That's what we've been waiting for to do for a long time now. So yeah, it's always good when one has the record out eventually. It's taken quite a long time since we've released it. Well, we recorded it in March, and then we've had to wait the whole summer.
Well,
But now it's been released and we're on tour, so it's fantastic.
good work. It's a good reward. And what out of all the shows that you guys done, because you've obviously been on the road a long time. Excuse me. What would be the best live experience that you've had?
Don't know. We've done some pretty good sort of fun shows. Well, one of them that stands out is when we played at this is a festival in Sweden called
Okay.
Muscle Rock, and we played in this tent, and it was sort of like 4 o'clock in the morning, and the whole audience was really drunk, and we just stood on the floor playing, and we sort of got pushed into the tent because the people were sort of back of the tent. That was pretty intense because there were sort of people jumping around everywhere. That was pretty cool. But
Good
yeah,
stuff.
then we played some good festivals in Holland and in Sweden as well. With that being good, sort of like we played with Metallica and Danzig
Yeah.
festival a few months ago. That was really good.
That was actually leading me nicely into my next question. How did it feel playing the Metallica by Request show, sort of coming back to Sweden, back to the home country, and opening for some of the biggest bands on the planet? How did that go?
Yeah, that was really weird, but yeah, it was really great fun. It's sort of like a dream come true to play at a festival like that.
Good stuff.
Yeah,
And any
cool.
any gossip on the bands?
No, not really. We've never met any of them really. Just
Oh,
saw
really?
Danzig walk past, but yeah. But so it was like being the first. We were the first band out, so yeah, that's cool.
Good stuff. Hey, and I'm going to ask you some life questions now. After all the time that you've been on the roads, can you hit me with a spider's life lesson?
Oh, it's difficult. What do you mean? Like,
Something that you've done that you'd advise other people not to do, or something that people haven't done that they should do. What do you think is the key to life on the road?
Difficult. Oh shit, I can't.
Hey, that's all good. Don't worry, John. It's not a problem. And my next question's a bit of a random one. But if I was able to come over to Munich now, and I was able to rock up outside in the DeLorean, the time machine from Back to the Future, where would we be going? What time? Where would we end up? And what adventure would we be on?
Uh, I don't know. I would have liked to see gone back in time and seen Black Sabbath. I think
Perfect.
early, like 1971, when
Yeah.
they just released Massive Reality, and sort of that would have been really cool. On those sort of 70s early festivals with all these great bands like Mountain and Black Sabbath, and that would have been a cool thing to see.
Definitely, definitely. Well, if I could do that, I'd certainly be joining you, because I agree. I think that would be a great time to go and look at some of these bands. So what does you've obviously got until the end of the year on the road. What does 2015 hold for Spiders?
I don't know much yet. We've got we're booked all through to, it's like the 21st of December, and then a couple of shows next year. But I hope we can go to the States. So I want to go
Fantastic.
to the US until there, and I'd love to come to Australia and New Zealand sometime.
Hey mate,
I've never been there, so.
we've got some dirty little rock and rollers down here that absolutely love you guys, so we'd love to see you on these shores at some point in the future.
Yeah, I would hope so. Yeah, it would be great to come over.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Hey John, I know that you guys are flat stacked tonight, so I don't want to take up too much of your time.
Okay, yeah.
So thank you very much for your time this evening. I hope tonight's show in Munich goes really well.
Thanks.
Good luck with
Cheers. Yeah.
Good luck with the album.
Thanks a lot for the interview, and yeah. Speak to you some other time.
Yeah, good on you, John. All the best, mate. Thanks so much for that.
Thank you.
Take
Cheers,
care,
man.
buddy. Bye bye.
Goodbye.